Hi, I'm Shen with STS Guide Service. I'm here to show you a couple new things that Pautzke's and Atlas Mics has out right now that I've been using here in the Great Lakes. So we've been tying some really big egg sacs, and what we've been using are these premium Pautzke trout eggs cured with fire cure. This is pink. I want these eggs really bright and hot with a lot of sodium sulfites in it. And we're going to tie these egg sacs really big. Now here's a new product from Atlas Mics. It's called the Spawn Sac Tire. I've mounted it here to a piece of plywood just so it's easier to use, and all the hardware comes included with the new egg sac tire. And here's another new product actually. This is the new Atlas Mics Miracle Thread. Comes in numerous different colors. This is fluorescent yellow. And I would use the Spawn Sac tire if I was tying steelhead or trout size egg sacs, but for these salmon we need such big baits they actually don't fit in the Spawn Sac tire. Spawn Sac tire is going to be great to utilize later on in the fall and winter once the trout start moving in and we can fish smaller sized egg sacs. So to tie these egg sacs, we're going to load up a square of Atlas 4x4 mesh. Now if we're trout fishing, we'd use 3x3 mesh because we don't need such a big bait. But these egg sacs, we want them big. We want those fish to see them with a lot of scent traveling down the current so the fish can find them in off-color water. So I've put the eggs on the mesh and I'm going to start twisting. I'm just going to tighten up the shape of the sac, get it nice and round, and I'm going to use this Miracle Thread. A lot of guys in other places think that Miracle Thread's just used for wrapping quick fish or doing other things, bait wrapping. I actually find Miracle Thread is a great alternative to Magic Thread when tying spawn sacs. So as you've seen, I make a number of turns going one way and I'm going to pull tight till it breaks off. Now I personally take this tag end and wrap it back the opposite way, 5 or 6 turns, and again I'm going to pull till it breaks off. Now I have a perfectly round spawn sac here. So the next thing I need is I'm going to take a pair of really sharp scissors and just trim off the top. Now when I cut this, I want to cut it fairly close to that knot. You don't want to cut your knot off, but you want to make sure that it's trimmed nice and tight. So make sure you dispose of your fluffs, and now you have a nice big round bait. So spawn sacs for salmon, I just want to go over why we're using fire cured eggs versus boraxo fired eggs, and also some of the different color options you have for the eggs that you're going to fish for the salmon. So here we have 2 different eggs that they're both premium trout eggs. We have pink fire cure and we have red fire cure. As you can see, they're both bright colors. The red is a little bit darker color than the pink, but they both are very bright, vibrant, fluorescent colors that hopefully draw the attention of the fall salmon. So the reason we're using fire cure versus boraxo fire is that typically fall kings like heavily cured eggs based with a sulfite based cure. Now boraxo fire is great for steelhead fishing. So from the beginning of November on, when I start fishing spawn sacs for steelhead, I'm almost always using boraxo fire in some color variation. But when I'm fishing for fall salmon, it's important to me that I'm using a heavy sulfite cure like fire cure. So the sulfites in the cure make it a little bit easier for the kings to find your bait. So here I'm going to tie one more. I'm going to use some red eggs. We don't need quite that many, but we do like them big. So we put the eggs you want right on the 4x4 Atlas Mics mesh. Now you can see one nice thing about these eggs is that they're pretty easy to handle. I had too many there and I was still able to fix it here right in my hands without getting to be a sloppy mess. So I'm going to pull up all the corners here. I'm just going to keep twisting. If you want it round, just keep it round and just tighten it right up like this. So now I got it nice and tight. As you can see, none of those eggs popped. These eggs are easy to tie. You can tie real big spawn sacs. So I'm going to use my Miracle Thread. 7-8 turns, go tight, and do the same thing. And now the reason I'm going with so many turns of thread is that when you got this many eggs tied into the sac, there's a lot of weight there. So if you have a bite and you miss one, if you don't have enough thread on there, you could pop that right open. Now with this, I'm going to just trim the fluff, and we'll be ready to fish. Cut it close to the knot, but make sure you don't get your knot. And then you're ready to fish. Premium trout eggs, cured in fire cure, tied in Atlas Mike's mesh.
Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.